Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Customs Duty, brought to you by the Nigeria Customs Service. In our package this week, Nigeria Customs Service expresses readiness to implement customs component of African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement (AFCFTA), distributes certificate of origin. ECOWAS team observes the working of Bodogo at Port and Terminal Multi-Services Limited (PTML) Command, praises Nigeria Customs Service's approach to customs management. Nigeria Customs Service intensifies crackdown on fuel smugglers, intercepts smuggled premium motor spirit. We'll also bring to you other reports alongside the usual Customs Hub segment, where we get you informed on activities that relate to imports and excise duty collection for the week. I am Tosi Obiakeme. Just stay with us.
The primary objectives of the African Continental Free Trade Area (AfTA), which are to create a single market for goods and services, deepen economic integration, and promote sustainable and inclusive development across the African continent, has witnessed a major milestone with the commissioning of the inaugural Nigeria East Southern African Air Cargo Corridor at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, an occasion which has brought together key government stakeholders and aviation industry players. In the keynote address, the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, MFR, emphasizes readiness of the Nigeria Customs Service to play its part in the success of AfTA.
Nigeria Customs Service to do all we can to ensure that we implement the customs components of the African Continental Free Trade. Some of the things that we have put in motion, readiness for this, are the certificate of origin issuance. We started issuing that. We already have integrated procedures for processing of export products. We have built the capacity of our officers, and we have the technical expertise to cope with what we are expected to do. A number of initiatives have also been done by the Nigeria Customs Service, which includes the launching of the Authorized Economic Operator Program, and I'm very happy that one of the companies whose product we are flagging off today is one of our pilot beneficiaries. We've also launched the Advanced Ruling Program, and we have a very resilient platform called the Bodogo to process import and export documentation.
He accentuates the relevance of the collaboration.
The success of this flag off today of the corridor requires collaboration beyond Nigeria Customs Service. It will require the assistance and the collaboration of all the agencies that are involved, not just Nigeria Customs Service, the Federal Airport Authority, all the other regulatory agencies, NAFDAC, and all of them. We hope that we will see this as a window of opportunity to facilitate trade.
Bashir Adeniyi urges the coming on board of the maritime and other sectors.
Beyond aviation, I call upon shipping companies and the operators in the maritime and land domain to key into this so that we can give real meaning to African trade. The success of cargo trade depends on a comprehensive policy framework and reliable and efficient, cost-effective logistic services across all the various transport modes. And I hope that all of our operators in these sectors will also key into that.
In her address, the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Uduoli, highlights the benefits of the commissioning of the inaugural Nigeria East Southern Africa Air Cargo Corridor.
This corridor is framed by special rates that are currently 50% lower than the commercial rates and are applicable to Nigerian businesses that are members of umbrella business groups in Nigeria. Importantly, this ensures that not only can we have a wide range of Nigerian businesses benefit from lower cargo rates, we are also able from inception, in collaboration with these business groups, to actively monitor the levels of trade with our African partners. This corridor is more than a logistics initiative, reducing delivery times from months to days. and ensuring that time-sensitive perishable goods reach their destination in peak condition. It is a strategic trade enabler, accelerating regional integration, a complete game changer in unlocking new opportunities for larger numbers of Nigerian exporters.
While the occasion has featured distribution of certificates of origin to some exporters, the high point of the event is the symbolic loading and handover of Nigerian export cargo to Uganda Airlines, signifying the operationalization of the corridor. The crackdown on smugglers of premium motor spirits by Operation Whirlwind is sustained and intensity heightened. This time again, the team has successfully intercepted over 78,000 liters of the item attempted to be smuggled into the country in separate operations at Adamawa and Lagos axis. While briefing members of the media in Yola, Coordinator, Operation Whirlwind, Assistant Comptroller General Hussein Ejibunu, stresses the importance of the operation.
This operation is geared towards energy and food security to foster economic growth in line with the core mandates of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. To key into this mandate, the Operation Whirlwind has repositioned all its machineries across all the areas of its responsibilities and ensuring that border becomes watertight. This had made it difficult for economic saboteurs to carry out their smuggling activities.
He admonishes deviants.
I advise all illegal oil marketers and those who are intending to go into any illegitimate importation and exportation to forsake the illegal trade and embrace other genuine businesses, as Nigeria Customs Operation Whirlwind will not relent in its fight against this menace. The team had deployed all its operational tools across the country's frontiers to disrupt the supply chains of illicit fuel and clamp down on illegal oil marketers.
ACG Ejibunu says legitimate oil marketers have nothing to worry about.
Nigeria Customs Service is fully committed to facilitate legitimate trade as contained in NCS Act 2023. We will guarantee legitimate oil marketers unimpeded operations, free from harassment and product confiscation.
The message of ACG Hussein Ejibunu, as he briefs members of the media in Lagos, is also that of warning to economic saboteurs and encouragement to legitimate traders. 1,577 jerrycans of 25 liters each, totaling 39,425 liters of PMS, along with 8 vehicles used as means of conveyance of the product, has been intercepted in the Lagos axis, with 49,000 liters intercepted in Adamawa axis this time. The ECOWAS Trade Facilitation Committee is no doubt not hearing about the new Nigeria Customs Services Unified Management System, codenamed Budogu, for the first time. But the committee has sent a delegation to the Port Terminal Multi-Services PTML Command, used for pilot implementation of the system, to hear from the horse's mouth. Customs Area Controller of the Command, Comptroller Tenny Danian, highlights what makes Budogu unique.
It is developed by Nigerian Customs Service officers in conjunction with the TMP. They develop the application, so whenever there are issues, they fine-tune it. That is why we've never had issues of having to wait for months for a foreign country to come and give us a solution that we can get here. There's so much to talk about Budogu. Very robust, friendly. It has some AI component. It can guide you in classification of your products. It can give you bits about your foreign exporter. There's a lot. And it has not ended. We are improving it as the days go by.
The Customs Area Controller briefs on what else the service is doing to enable the system's sustainability.
There's always a constant sensitization, constant training, capacity building, not only for officers, but for all stakeholders, the bankers, the terminal operators, and everyone that is interested in the use of this project. We're doing another second phase of training for stakeholders, because I can say now that we are now generating PAR, that is pre-arrival assessment report, on the Bodogo platform. So the challenges envisaged, we're trying to resolve by educating the members of the public.
The team is taken through practical workings of the Bodogo system, and Director of Trade at the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, Kolaole Sofola, gives the team's impression at the end of the visit.
Well, let me, on behalf of the President of the ECOWAS Commission, as well as the Commissioner responsible for Economic Affairs and Agriculture, commend the Nigerian Customs Services, and in particular the Comptroller CAC PTML for what we have seen as an excellent demonstration of ownership, of accountability, of efficiency. We have come here to learn as a regional trade facilitation committee consisting of all ECOWAS member states to see good practices, and we're very glad to have noted a very good practice in Nigeria. What Nigeria has been doing is evolving with the times. They've moved from one system to improve to another system to finally move to this current system, which is homegrown. And we can only but commend them and congratulate them for the efforts that they have made.
Comptroller Ateni Daniel has earlier informed the committee that since the inception of Bodogo in November 2024, the command has collected over 230 billion naira using the platform as at May 22nd, 2025. Since assuming office in February 2025 as Customs Area Controller, Kano Jigawa Command, Comptroller Abubakar Dalhatu has rejigged anti-smuggling operation capability of the command, resulting in huge interception of items, including 225 milligrams, 491,000 tablets of tramadol hydrochloride, just as other aspects of the command's mandate have been positively enhanced. This gathering is to hand over the seized drugs to National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration and Control, NAFDAC. Prior to the handover, Comptroller Dalhatu laments callousness of the smugglers of the illicit drugs.
It baffles me that these drugs that we showcase today, the producers and manufacturers are not the consumers. Notable to mention that the packs are leveled for export only, meaning they are not meant for consumption in the producer's country. The shippers and transporters of the drugs, they are not the end users. The importers and dealers are equally not the consumers of these drugs. Having said this, the question we should ask ourselves today is, who is the consumer of these illicit drugs? Could it be yourself, your father, your mother, myself, my son, my sister, my wife, or my cousin? There are endless questions to ask about the end users of these drugs.
He highlights the negative consequences of the consumption of drugs.
Consequences of these drugs on the society may include, among others, thuggery and violence, crimes, financial problems, and homelessness. Consequences of illicit drugs on public health may include, among others, high cases of weakened immune system, increased risk of illness, and psychological dependence. Similarly, consequences of the drug on government resources may include significant burden on high cost of treatment and rehabilitation among addicts, cost of social welfare to cater for addicted individuals and their families. On our national security, it may include instigation of corruption and corruption tendencies and use of drug money to finance terrorism.
The Customs Area Controller urges all hands to be on deck to address the menace of drug abuse in the society. Comptroller Abubakar Dalhatu uses the medium to hand over the drugs, which has over 150 million naira duty-paid value, to NAFDAC, in a demonstration of interagency collaboration. In a resolve to ensure that security of the nation and its economy are guaranteed while enhancing trade facilitation and not sacrificing compliance to laid down rules, the Apapa Command of the Nigeria Customs Service has again intercepted 6 containers laden with contraband valued at 3.25 billion naira. The intercepted goods include unregistered pharmaceuticals, cosmetics, used clothing, and 2 stolen vehicles smuggled from Canada.
In addition to contravening the Nigerian Customs Service Act 2023, these imported containers with prohibited medical items also violate the World Customs Organization's Operation Stop 4, which is a global enforcement operation against trafficking of counterfeit, substandard, and unauthorized medical products. So far, 3 suspects have been arrested in connection with these seizures and at various stages of interrogation to face the full wrath of the law.
The Customs Area Controller discloses also that the revenue generation by the command in 2025 is yet again in top gear.
The command crossed the 1 trillion naira collection before the end of the 5th month. As we speak, we have so far generated a total of 1 trillion 94 billion as at 21st May 2025. This collection confirms a trajectory and laudable antecedents of meeting and surpassing our targets. Like it's been done before, we are ready to do better this year. Our chronicle of outstanding revenue collection speaks boldly for us and attests to the capacity to do more. 20th of May, the command made a record-breaking collection of 18.919 billion in a single day.
In a demonstration of interagency collaboration, Comptroller Olomu hands over the intercepted containers to National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, and National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC. Meanwhile, the delegation from ECOWAS Trade Facilitation Committee has visited the Apapa Command, where they are fully briefed on the efficacy of Budogu as the new Nigeria Customs Service's unified management system and how it has continued to enhance the command's operations. The objectives of Customs Officers' Wives Association, COA, to make its members productive contributors to their families has received a boost as the association graduates first set of graduates of the association's Skills Acquisition Center at Karu, Abuja. In her opening remark at the occasion, National President of the association, Kikilomo Adeni, tasks graduates to be shining examples.
To our dear graduates, I say this. You are the torch-bearers of this vision. You are the pioneers. As the first beneficiary of the Customs Officers' Wives Association Skill Acquisition Center, the burden of leadership rests on your shoulders. Let your conduct reflect the discipline you have learned. Let your businesses, let it speak of your integrity, and let excellence and your life be an inspiration to others who will walk through these doors after you.
While emphasizing the openness of the Skills Acquisition Center to extend its services beyond its members, she underscores the relevance of collaboration.
The Customs Officers' Wives Association Skill Acquisition Center is a transformative initiative, not only for the customs family, but for the nation at large. It stands as a model for how community-driven empowerment can generate economic activity, reduce dependency, and uplift families. We continue to grow this program. We call on well-meaning Nigerians, individuals, agencies, and private sectors to partners to support our efforts. Together, we can replicate this impact across various customs commands, states, and sectors.
In his remark, the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeni, expresses joy at the feat achieved by COA through the skills impacted on the graduates, while pledging further support.
I really appreciate the energy they showed. I appreciate the elegance that they displayed. And it is very obvious that these graduates are ready for the business world. I want to imagine that in the next few days, in the next few months, graduates, I want to see you becoming Instagram sensation. I want to see you getting all your products posted online and getting customers from all over the country and sometimes outside the country. I will be speaking with my colleague, the DG of Smedan, to see how we can help you beyond the starter pack that we are going to be collecting today. If there are ways in which we can help you to expand your business beyond the starter pack that will be given, so that you will be playing on a high scale and possibly extend your wares beyond Nigeria and participate in the export business.
Other speakers at the event all hail COA's effort at changing lives of vulnerable Nigerians and congratulate the graduates. Some of the beneficiaries of the skill acquisition program bear their minds.
Training has been very impactful, very, very impactful. I knew nothing before I came here, but I'm going out from this place well learned.
There are skills that I've always wanted to learn, but some of us couldn't afford to train ourselves. But we were offered this opportunity free of charge, and so we're very, very happy about it.
Indeed, another good thing is that these graduating women are given starter packs to ease their growth as innovators, creators, and agents of change. And the Customs Officers' Wives Association is proud for touching their lives in this positive way. Elsewhere, the Customs Officers' Wives Association has celebrated the International Children's Day 2025 in a grand style, where the association celebrates children while also commissioning its chapter at the Command and Staff College, Gwagwalada.
Hello and welcome to the segment Customs Hub on Customs Duty. This is a segment that summarizes some of the activities of the Nigeria Customs Service regarding weekly revenue generation from import duty, excise duty and other levies. We take a look at the total number of pre-arrival assessment reports issued and revenue generated from Friday 26th of May 2025 to Thursday 2nd of June 2025. The total amount of pre-arrival assessment report, also known as PAR, issued for the week amounts to 5,234. The Nigeria Customs Service generated a total of 135,798,211,841 naira 49 kobo in revenue for the week. On excise duty collection, the Nigeria Customs Service collected the sum of 228,815,234 naira 49 kobo. That is all for the segment Customs Hub.
This is where we draw the curtains on this week's episode of Customs Duty. For more information, you can always follow us on our social media handles, now being displayed on your screen. You could also visit our website at www.customs.gov.ng for more updates about the service. Strive to be a patriotic citizen, a compliant trader. Avoid smuggling and always pay the correct duty to make Nigeria a more prosperous nation. Join us again same time next week. I am Tosi Obiakeme. Thank you for watching.